Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Rise of Mordor, the Lord of the Rings modification for Total War Attila. Joining me is this filthy orc named Pixelated Apollo.
I'm an orc and I'm proud of it.
Hell yeah. So we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Rise of Mordor update that was recently released. Went ahead and added in, I believe, 8 new orc units to Mordor alongside a wealth of other units such as Dunland, and I think they added in a couple more units for Harad and the Easterlings, which is really cool. For those of you who don't know, there was actually a new team taking over control of the mod, so a lot of them have not gone ahead and modeled before, so it's like their first attempt at modeling for Total War, and I think they've done a great job for their first go at modeling. So hopefully we'll see plenty more units and orcs coming out in the future.
Yeah, and they're only gonna get better, the more they do it. That's just how it works, and I can't wait to see like more orc type units and maybe even seeing trolls and stuff. But I gotta give some credit where credit's due. The orc warriors, their armor looks fantastic.
Yeah, I love their helmet as well. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah, those yellow eyes.
Just peeking
like
out.
The
Yeah,
pupils,
awesome.
yeah.
So yeah,
very cool.
So I guess just come forth and try and throw yourself against my Gondorian line. The brave men of Gondor will hold.
Not today. Not today. Yeah, I'm gonna fight like an orc too.
Nice. Normal strategy of just charging forward.
Yeah, standard strat.
Send forth all legions. I like it.
All army attack.
Well, you actually have a ton of many units, right? Yeah, you have 260 in your archers, 260 in your orc rabble, and then your warriors, they're a bit more high quality. There's 220 of them in that unit, but they're still like my Gondorians and the elite units have 160. So, even your good units outnumber me by like a lot.
Yeah, and I'm glad they did that because obviously Mordor relying on quantity rather than quality, and that's just how it is. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
I think.
I wouldn't have it any other way, because you have 8,000 men in just a standard orc army is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, just ask the Persians against Alex. Oh, wait a second. Just kidding. All right, so here we go. I'm letting my orcs kind of rest up a little bit,
Get their energy back before charging forward, having a nice little skirmish. I mean, that's the thing though. Your orcs are pretty crazy because not only they're like poor archers, but there's so many of them that it doesn't even really matter.
They suck individually. Like you should see them in the practice range, but together, I mean, come on. There's just too many of them.
Literally, you are just peppering my front line. I've got nothing to stop you.
Send in the rabble!
Good. I'd love to see them. I'm probably just going to hit my lines and then rout because they just suck so much. Because your morale is just not great, but you just have so many men, or so many orcs, I should say.
Yeah, don't you dare!
Sorry for getting that wrong. I'll try better next time.
Yeah, try better. Do better.
So yeah, on the topic of like we were talking about trolls just a second ago, I really can't wait until they get the animations to work for the trolls, because they already have like a few things out for the trolls that you can kind of play them, which are like they sound like elephants, so they sound a bit stupid. But I think trolls would work pretty nicely as like an elephant does in normal Total War. So seeing them adjusting, it would be kind of cool. I've played it before and it just sounds really stupid when all of a sudden you hear an elephant noise coming out of a troll as it smashes through a Gondorian rank.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. But from my knowledge as well, like the sound files are really difficult to edit. There's basically like 50,000 random sound files, and they have to go through each one, which is completely unnamed, find out what the sound file is, and then replace it. And obviously when there's so many, it's extremely hard to do it. But, they're getting there, and hopefully at some point we won't have Gondorians screaming for the glory of Rome and orcs, speaking perfect English.
It's like you zoom in, the orcs like, oh, Rome is mother to us all. It's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, you've just disintegrated that front line. That is not good. My
It's
militia.
Like, orcs, stop eating them and keep charging.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think you actually have some cool abilities that allow you to like rally your men. It's kind of like the fat orc telling them to get back in formation.
Yeah.
You know?
The pig-looking orc with the whip is just like,
Yeah.
back in the line.
Who just happened to hit orc puberty a little bit before all the other orcs, so he got in charge.
Yeah, I'm getting back in the line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they do like for their first proper go as a mod team. Like these orcs do look very, very awesome. You know, like
Yeah.
and they'll only get better with time. You know, I'm really looking forward to see the orcs, and I think their main like plan with the mod is to release more frequent updates, and as they get better, go back and look at the older units and improve them as they do improve themselves, which I think is a better way of doing it, because it keeps the content fresh, it keeps people playing the mod, you know, always having something new to try out.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's got to be like progress is better than perfection.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if they just keep pushing out stuff, they can. These orcs, I mean, obviously this is not the final product, like the finished, you know, like these are the orcs. They're going to improve them over time.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then having additions such as trolls and, you know, other like orcs with like heavy armor and stuff. Oh, I can't wait to see the orcs, and just like different models for the orcs as well. You know, it's just going to get better and better. And I think they spoke about having like Rohan almost, well, not almost done, but they're starting to work on Rohan even, I should say. And I think they're planning on having a Rohan like patch coming out just after Christmas or towards that time with a couple units, which will be cool to see them. And you can finally do a proper battle of Helm's Deep, which, hey, will be pretty goddamn amazing.
Yeah.
Because when we ask where was Gondor, they won't actually be at the battle this time. You know, normally we end up with...
That joke will die.
Which I'll be sad to see it go, because I thought it was a pretty goddamn good one.
That's true.
I'm sending out some of my cavalry to hit your archers, so you better be careful. The orc scum are going to get cut down.
Orcs this is when they're like slowly stepping back and they're like, ah! They
Well,
do, like little orc noises and stuff.
Needed to have pikes in the front, archers behind.
Yeah.
So we're here in a
Maggots!
You should ask to be a voice actor, because you sound perfect.
Oh, you know, every morning I'm like, all right, I gotta work on my orc game. gotta get my orc voice.
It seems like you found the fruits of your labor there.
Yeah,
that is perfection.
So Amazon, if you're looking for some voice acting, maybe someone to play as a very tall, skinny orc. I'm your man, Amazon. So.
You can just be Gandalf, you know?
Yeah, Gandalf.
Just dye your beard white and you'll be good.
I gotta be a little older though.
So that's all CGI. It's fine. Just they'll put some green in your face, and they did it with Leia, right? In Rogue One. So they'll do it with you. You can be Gandalf.
Wow, what an honor.
Hey, I would pay £12, which is how much a cinema ticket costs here in the UK, to see you play as Gandalf, even though it's a TV series, but that's not the point.
£12. Yeah. Is Gandalf even gonna be in the TV series?
Well, I assume they'll make plenty of cameos, because I imagine that's the reason they went ahead and decided to go with the period they did, because it's been like leaked that they're probably going to be doing like individual episodes of like the Fellowship around the time of like just before it kind of came together. So like there might be an episode on Boromir at, you know, retaking Osgiliath, and like Aragorn doing his ranger stuff, maybe hunting for Gollum. That's at least what was rumored. So I imagine they'll make plenty of cameos, because they want to get all the old fans back into it, instead of it being like this is a completely new story that you've never heard of before. Whereas a lot of people will be like,
you want the familiar characters.
Exactly. I feel like, you know, having Aragorn somewhere will make a lot more people want to go back and watch it. You know, not me. I'd personally love to see a War in the North or something, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to see. Yeah, like let's move on. Let's go to a different story. Like it's Middle Earth. It's full of stories. We don't need the same characters.
Exactly. I would love a War in the North, you know, because it'd be so good. You know, you have all the fighting and the final stand with Dane and Bard's grandson.
Epic.
The King of Dale, you know, literally dying at the gates of Erebor. It'd be amazing. It'd be such a good way to end, you know, and it's such a good thing to have for a series, because it's, you know, It's got
it picks up like later on to the War of the Rings, so you kind of can see and visualize the backstory.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you can have like reports of stuff happening. You know, you're like, oh god, Minas Tirith was under siege and stuff. I don't know what the actual time is, but you know, like having like, oh, Minas Tirith is under siege, and like you have just a dwarf going, you know, oh my god, look at the routing! Yeah. I killed your general, and all the orc scum is fleeing.
So even the like fat orcs that are disciplined orcs that have the whip and they like whip, even them are running.
Well then, we got one unit left. Let's go charge it down.
Oh yeah. No, it's my rabble, the hero. Oh, he broke.
The hero of what?
Hero of the broken is what I was gonna say. But...
Not anymore. I mean,
not anymore. But you know what? If they do have Boromir and they have young Boromir, they should use the same guy they used for Game of Thrones, who was young.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. Complete throwback. Yeah, no, that'd be funny. I mean, who play Aragorn? A young Aragorn. Besides you, obviously. Besides you, if you're out there running. Who would play him?
I don't know any actors' names, so.
Yeah, me neither. To be honest, if you said one, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
How about I don't know.
I mean, either way, I'm really looking forward to.
Brad Pitt.
I'm really looking forward to the Amazon series. It should be, the amount. It's the most expensive TV show of all time. So if it sucks, it's going to be embarrassing. Yeah, they spent like $1 billion, I think.
Christ.
Yeah, so it's. I think they're trying to create like another Game of Thrones-esque type, popularity with it, Which will be good because apparently there's a Lord of the Rings MMO in the works, and hopefully, I know like, American media and stuff, it kind of takes does cycles, it'll go and bleed something dry and then it'll move on to the next thing. So hopefully we'll just have a really good couple years of Lord of the Rings, and you never know, maybe Total War will even take a stab of it.
If you look at Star Wars,
it didn't go too well, right? Cancelled every single thing besides the main movie.
Good years there. So
I mean, that's because the movies just aren't that good. So if you make good content, the people will come.
Here's my question to you before we head out of here. If you audition for the show, what like race
dwarf,
do you think?
Hands down, dwarf.
Yeah, dwarf, really?
Love to be a dwarf. Have you seen how cool they are in the extended edition of the Battle of the Five Armies? When they have the little twirly things and they form up. They're sick. They ruin the elves. The elves are like, ooh. And the dwarfs just come in. Like, their goats do get pretty ruined by the channels the elves form up. But besides that, in like melee combat, the elves get ruined by the disciplined ranks of the dwarfs. It's amazing.
Okay.
Hands down. What about you?
Well, hold on. I want to add more to it. So, you're just basing it off of what would be cool. Is that?
Yeah.
Not like if you really look at how you look.
Oh yeah, probably a dwarf then. I mean, I am quite tall, but I am quite tall, but like.
But they just edit it.
I feel like that would be. I'd be a dwarf.
Okay. All right.
I'd cut my legs off and just walk on my knees. It'll be fine.
There you go. Well, I'm pretty sure they have special effects where you don't have to do that, but
no. I'm a method actor. Okay, I have to go all the way.
Oh wow. So you guys start drinking a lot too. I could see you as an elf too. You got the blonde.
Yeah, true. Well, that's not my natural hair color. That was dyed. I think that's when I came to America. Yeah. What about you? What would you be if your height wasn't? If your height didn't tie you down to something, what would it be?
I could either human or elf, because the height would work well. I know you just said don't consider the height, but the height would work well.
What human would you be like? Dale, Rohan, Gondor? Dunedain. Oh yeah, you have to go for the up. You have to be better than everyone else. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Classic
live
Apollo.
Longer, get all the elf babes.
That elf punani. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, that was the Rise of Mordor update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see us partake in some other cool custom map battles, let us know. We'd always be happy to give them a go, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.